Hey guys, and welcome back to Rodea the Sky Soldier. What's on the agenda for today, Richard?
We are going to blow up a warship.
Hell yeah! This is the kind of thing I like at the start of the part. It gives me promise, gives me hope for the future, you know? Why does it look like a submarine?
Yeah.
In the near future, stuff that was once in the ocean shall be in the sky, and vice versa.
Well, it's like someone looked at the what's its face from Star Fox 64 and decided to send that into the air. Really?
Oh, the Blue Marine.
Blue Marine, that's the one.
I have a soft spot for that, and Aquas. I don't know why, because it's not really a very good level.
It's a pretty awful level.
Oh, did you hear? Star Fox 64 is on the Wii U Virtual Console now.
Yes, I did, actually, but there is very little chance of me playing it because I've played Star Fox 64 3D and I'm going to get Star Fox Zero, so...
Okay. Well, I'm just saying it's 60Hz now, as opposed to the 50Hz garbage which Nintendo shoves down our throats because they think it should be original and pure. Kiss my ass.
Yeah, that's the one pretty major flaw of re-releasing games when it comes to the issue of which version do you release.
Nintendo likes to keep it, like I said, pure, but whatever, I'm getting on a tangent, and I've obviously been triggered. So, anything exemplary we can expect from this part?
Lots and lots and lots of plot.
Good.
Like, more plot than we have had throughout the entire game so far is going to be thrown at us today.
Oh, that's a bold statement, Richard.
Like, the closest you would probably get in terms of the amount of plot is the opening sequence.
I'm guessing a plot twist happens in this one, then.
Plot twist of sorts, yes.
Okay. Why do you always hesitate? You're not spoiling anything if you confirm, like, my guess.
Well, I'm trying to think of the best way in which to phrase it, in which then I don't go on to spoil anything.
Okay. Loose lips sink ships and all that.
Exactly. Well, I mean, considering I think my slightly loose lips once got me momentarily kicked from the moderating team on the HellfireComms livestream.
Regale me, I've actually forgotten why.
So that was during your first run of Xenoblade Chronicles, and I think there was... So you were just getting up to the point where a certain character tragically dies.
Okay.
And I think I mentioned something about the Mech, like the Monado not affecting, like, human blood, or not reacting to human blood.
Okay, yeah, I think we should stop there before you spoil it again.
Yeah, so there was one instance like that, and then there was another one where I used the name of a certain character before he actually turned up, but because obviously I hadn't played the game, in neither of these situations did I actually quite realise that I was committing major spoilers.
And how long ago was that, Richie? What year are we talking about here?
That was the year you did the live stream of Xenoblade Chronicles, so that was quite a long time ago now.
It would be either 2011 or 2012, I think.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there, but then you graciously forgave me, and we've been fine ever since.
I think it's more the fact that I forgot, and now that you brought it up again, I think I may have to just kick you off the group altogether. Nah, I'm kidding, mate. You are one of my favourite people to do commentary with.
Aw, thank you.
Just don't tell Helldragon Knight, you know how he gets.
Well, to further appease you, we've got another tower to climb.
Oh, man. It's like you brought up this anecdote and then, like, put parts together to appease me in advance.
I mean, I have to say, I do quite like this particular challenge, because you're fighting against the wind, you've got the force fields crossing, and it's just quite a cool set piece.
I mean, I agree, but at the same time, it just makes me picture how it would play out on the 3DS version, and I just lose all faith in humanity, really.
Yeah, I have to say, I have no idea why they would think that the gameplay style they chose would work with this sort of level design.
I don't know why they bothered putting it on the Wii U and 3DS to begin with.
Well, money, I believe, is your answer.
Because, I mean, the Wii U has a Wii download service. I mean, it wasn't available, like, at the time Rodea was scheduled to come out, I don't think.
Well, probably not when it was originally planned to come out, but
Yeah,
certainly its present, well, its actual release date because they've had Wii games on the Wii U for quite a bit of 2015, to be fair.
Here's a thought, do you think the NX will support Wii U games?
Part of me hopes so that, you know, more people could potentially play The Wonderful 101 and Bayonetta 2, but the to be honest, I doubt it, because you would need the gamepad to be able to play quite a few Wii U games.
And I'm sorry, but that thing's a little bit of a cancerous tumour.
Yeah. I mean, if the NX controller is as it is rumoured to be, then potentially it'll be fine.
Oh, and just for people who don't know, what is the rumour right now?
So, I mean, there was a potential leak of the controller, which was like this ovular thing with like a freeform display. I don't know whether quite how much truth there is in that leak. I'm putting leak in massive air quotation marks because God knows. But somebody did a concept video based on like all the patents that were released of like freeform display and the buttons, and it was actually a fascinating concept and one that I am actually quite excited about the prospect of being real. I'll probably pop that up on Twitter after we have finished this commentary session.
Okay.
But it was just like, so the buttons wouldn't necessarily, so there would be actual buttons, which may be gone, we don't know. No.
Nintendo is all for like face buttons and whatnot.
I hope so. But so they aren't necessarily fixed, so because the screen is completely freeform, you could change the button layout depending on the game and make it much more intuitive as to what they do. So something else that they showed is that you could do like the virtual console stuff, and because it's an entire freeform display, you could have it in the standard aspect ratio and change the background of the controller to look similar to the console that the game originally played on, and change the colour of the buttons to match that console.
Dude, that's pretty cool, actually.
Like, so it's stuff like that where I'm looking at it and just thinking, that could be actually revolutionary as an idea, and it would be the logical extension of where they were going with the gamepad.
Because I hate to shit on the gamepad, because, like, for people who genuinely need that, you know, off-TV support, yeah, I suppose it's great, but it's also, like, a very Japanese thing. Like, you know, cramped housing conditions and whatnot. Not in a kind of sort of ghetto way, you gotta understand. But, you know, there's a lot of people in, you know, small living areas. And it's just something more convenient for them than I think it would, like, be in the West. Like, you know, just on a scale of 1 to 10.
Well, yeah, exactly. But then, Nintendo has always been a very Japanese-facing company. Which is fair enough and understandable.
They are a Japanese company. They should serve their, you know, home team first, as it were.
Exactly. But yes, we getting back to the game, we've now got to defeat the resurrected Kelvis, because apparently she's been resurrected. I've never noticed that extra title before.
See, I told you she died.
So yes, she did die.
Yeah. I have to say, it actually showed off one of my biggest pet peeves in terms of video games, in that during a cutscene, it had the timer playing.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of play the joke in the fact that it started at 10 minutes and then, because she purposefully cuts it down, I think that's why they kept it playing, so that they could have that little visual gag. But, yeah. Now, there is one move that Kelvis can do that is slightly frustrating, and it's, I believe, this one, if you get hit by it, it will freeze Rodea's tail, so he can't fly.
Ha, that's pretty cool.
And it's just like, oh, there we go. I'm just like, ah! And I can't see a thing.
I think there's some, like, potential character development happening here, but we killed her so fast it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the only problem that I do have with, well, one of the only problems I have with those types of fights is that there's a lot of dialogue that could be quite interesting, but the fights are over so quickly that you don't really get to enjoy it.
I want to know who resurrected Kelvis.
Well, we're probably going to see soonish.
That joke's not going anywhere. Just fucking drop it.
Well, this is the conclusion.
Missed it. That's good. Kelvis. I remember now.
So she stepped on a flower.
After you
Yes.
beat up, your movement functions were still unstable. You stepped on a flower, and you were so sad about crushing it. You still have a heart, don't you?
Nuh-uh.
Rodea, it's gonna blow!
So, you can see what I mean by... I like what they were trying to do with Calvis's character development, but they tried to play the gag, and the gag's going to continue now, and it's just like, no.
Very somber kind of end to that boss encounter as well.
Kelvis's heart was also bound to the order she received. Let's go.
Yeah. So, I thought she stepped in.
Just enjoying the plot right now. Shut up! Wasn't funny! Was never funny!
Yeah, it's like one of the flattest jokes they tried to pull in this game, and I'm quite glad that it's over with now, because we can actually get on to the incredibly crazy plot that's going to be kicking off very soon.
Dude, this Kronos tower is pretty ballin'.
Well, it's because it's icy.
Yeah, well no, it's not just that, it's got like a bit of fire and ice going on. After the factory was steaming. There's gotta be fire in there somewhere.
Probably, yeah. But now we get what they want to be a really climactic boss battle, but it's a little bit weak in comparison to Zolendark.
Oh, it's a big frigger.
Mm-hmm. Not least because, you know, it's called Odeon, and whenever I look at that word, all I can think of is the cinema chain in the UK.
Yep, Odeon. Man, I'm still pretty butthurt about the one, like, you know where Game Station used to be?
I think so?
In the square, that Odeon. It closed down.
Oh gosh. Oh, yeah, I think I remember, yes.
I used to go there all the time, and it was so cool, but enough about me waxing, like, nostalgically. How do we fight this monolithic beast?
So first of all, you get close and destroy the middle chest bit, and then he's going to have 3 weak points. 2 of which we can actually deal with relatively okay. We just need to get in close and destroy, and then there's one which is a little bit more complicated. The reason that this boss isn't quite as awesome and epic as Zolendark is because, one, he's so slow. He still can hit you quite hard, but because he moves so slowly, it just feels a bit more sluggish, and because after every hit you get a cutscene and his pattern changes up slightly, it's like they're trying so hard and it just doesn't quite work.
If I was designing the game, I'd put the fire world, like, after the ice one. I don't know why ice is this far into the game, and, like, we're nearly at the final part right now. I don't know, maybe I just have a thing for, like, tropes going in, like, ascending order of difficulty. Like, this guy and then Zolendark would have been perfect, I think.
I think the reason that they did it the way they did is because they wanted to have the ice and idea of sadness and memories and stuff before they went into the final stretch.
Okay, yeah, I can see it when you put it like that.
I do agree that I think there would have been better ways of going about it, because ultimately this fight isn't quite as epic as they want it to be.
We're talking, like, story versus gameplay here, though.
Yeah, I mean, story-wise this is pretty decent, but gameplay-wise, I mean, look, it only has 3 health. It's pathetic in comparison to Zolendark.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that is a downgrade.
Yeah, and then, I mean, this is going to be the final hit, and the way that you do it is you've got to wait for him to slam his fist into the ground to knock boulders up into the air, and then you need to follow them all the way up.
Visually, I love the design of this guy. You know, he's like a giant ice mech gorilla.
Yes, but, like, gameplay-wise, it's just not hugely interesting. Here we go, we're going to cause the final hit, and then the plot is going to hit the fan.
This will end it. And I'm just waiting for the black tentacles to come out and take us back to the temple.
that's not quite going to happen, but the plot is going to go in a similarly absolutely bonkers way.
Okay. Well, time travel's already involved, so how much more bonkers could it go?
Like, proper time travel is going to become involved rather than just
It's over.
laying dormant for a period of time.
Okay.
Promise.
And just like they set up that we've got the happy ending,
Rodea.
and just no.
Rodea.
Oh, he's losing it.
His memories are coming back.
Cecilia. Princess Cecilia and I. We fled to Garuda. With the key of time.
Yes, I was there.
I'm just going to remain quiet so we can get your full reaction to what's about to happen.
Okay, now it's Entom's time to shine.
Yes. That's right.
There's a little thing called show don't tell, guys.
This goes on a little bit longer than it needed to.
I couldn't protect her.
Is the plot twist he was, like, warped forward in time? Because we already knew that.
Do you
No,
remember me? You made a promise to Cecilia.
it's coming.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
You protected Garuda, Rodea.
She's not Cecilia, is she?
No.
I did.
Oh. What, she, like, dyed her hair or something?
I mean, this is further going into the whole idea of the reincarnation theory, but here we go.
The key half is reacting. You're
Out of nowhere!
Valgus. So you find.
I was wondering if we were going to get a black eye unit.
Well, of course! And, oh, it's so animated.
You're not a fan of Valgus?
I like him, but this entire sequence is so anime.
Allow us to stop time and fix Garuda's position so it's above Naga.
Also, that's what the Key of Time does.
1,000
years ago, depriving us of that opportunity.
Like, humanoid robots attempting to, tamper with time is slightly creepy stuff.
It's about to get creepier.
Stop! I really want to turn this key.
Like, you've got no idea. I'm going to put it in the lock and...
It's about to start. This is the key of time's other power.
Oh, it's got more than one. How selfish of it.
As you can see, the key is drawing out your hidden power. Turn.
Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. A time portal?
Mm-hmm.
That connects us to Naga 1,000 years in the past. What?
Can you see where this is going?
Can you hear
Oh.
Cecilia screaming for help?
Do we have to protect Cecilia now?
Damn!
Well, we're certainly going to potentially try.
Oh, we're going back in time.
Yes, indeed we are.
Oh shit, son.
Silence. But the Naga Empire of 1,000 years ago is different. We'll summon machine soldiers from that era, and Garuda will be no more.
We actually have to shut up for a change because this is compelling stuff.
Why don't you try it, Rodea?
Actually, Rodea's design looks a lot more sense because I looked at his cog on his arm. I was like, oh, it's just because he's a robot. But it could also be a cog from a clock.
Well, I mean, that cog is because that's what Ion did to fix his arm.
I know, but just in like the grand scheme of things.
Very true, yes.
Are you alright?
I am. But, Rodea?
So can all our units create portals back to the past?
1,000 years.
I think it might only be Rodea. Because Rodea's the prototype and he's special and all that jazz.
Well, I guess we'll find out more in the next installment of Rodea the Sky Soldier. Bye for now.